My name is Landry Gillen, and I use she, her pronouns. I'm a third-year environmental studies major at UCSB. I'm just really interested in education and specifically environmental education. I found the idea for the Terrarium Maker Kit. It really incorporated a lot of different aspects of my environmental studies background and kind of like systems and cycles and things like that I'm more familiar with. So that was really fun for me to be able to do. And then I was also able to work with my partners who had different strengths in different areas like art and writing out different things. And so it all just worked really well, and I've really enjoyed it. I was really happy to see how well the senior that was leading the group I was in, observing how well he was able to kind of convey everything that we had put together. I don't really think it could have gone better than it did. I think it's all really evident that the seniors put in a lot of time really thinking about how they were going to deliver this content, and just like we had, I think that was really rewarding and really special.
Just having that connection of an elementary school to this is what high school students are doing, or for the students to know that it was just it just broadened their vision.
Or we were able to give our lesson plans over to the seniors so they could prepare to teach it. I felt really good about our lesson, and I was just so proud of all of our progress and what we had been able to do completely remotely, never meeting in person once. I was so pleasantly surprised to see how much they were actually interacting, and they were laughing and asking questions, and I was just blown away with how actually interactive they were and how much they were participating.
Because that everyone was super willing to share like their ideas, and I was actually surprised at how attentive and receptive they were to actually the whole lesson in general.
The biggest goal for all of us was to make something that they would all actually enjoy while learning, a few different things.
They really loved it. I mean, they were really into it. Like, I had to get them to slow down.
The visuals, the guided notes, the hands-on notes, all of that combined, plus just that verbal discussion and with the students would really help them, so that when we would have discussions in class outside, or I'd look at their notes, they really felt more comfortable expressing themselves and sharing what they learned. One of the big takeaways they had was the Allen wrench. I know they loved the Allen wrench and seeing how that works.
We put in so much time in doing different types of lessons and focusing on different disciplines and really trying to incorporate just a lot of different things that to emphasize like the different interests that students have.
So I feel like after seeing this and how brilliantly it touched on so many NGSS standards, that I would definitely want to hit those standards again using this model. It was just really, really thorough and just hit, like so many parts of STEAM.
Yeah, I brought up the whole thing about us drinking the same water as the dinosaurs, and they went crazy. They were like, how does that even work? What does that even mean?
He could not believe it. And I was like, yes, the water we were drinking is the same water that was here thousands of years ago. And he's just like, no way. And I'm like, yes, this is how this works.
And they were like, hopefully it's like cleaner, right? And I was like, yeah.
I learned that learning can be so much more hands-on than even I experienced when I was growing up in elementary school. And I think that's definitely really important to the different types of learners.
Because he put one of the wheatgrass right at the edge, so you can actually see the roots growing, and it's really cool.
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah. So each day he's like, look, Rebecca, and like shows it up and like holds up the camera, and we're all like looking at it. But it's like, it was actually pretty smart.
Well, first of all, it was such a gift to have this program, because in remote learning, it was so difficult to have hands-on activities, and you guys just made it so seamless and so effortless.
Being able to send home something with them that they could actually work on and build themselves and kind of develop that sense of accomplishment, but also learning through that process, I think that was really cool.
But it also really reached a lot of learners because it had visuals that were great for the students. sentence frames, so our ELD students were able to access it.
But it's a matter of putting the like scientific words like precipitation, evaporation, condensation, and putting words to like what they already knew.
And then I had this kid Connor, so he'd be like, actually I already know what this is. And it was like really funny, and he'd like teach like the other kids who were like left behind. So I was like, okay, like just do my job for me. It was kind of funny though, because like I feel like he could like explain it better anyway, since he was a 5th grader.
To be able to branch out and team with the seniors was just, it just opened up their world during remote learning. And just to be able to be inspired by the seniors and see your seniors' enthusiasm for science and engineering really inspired my students. Then they started thinking of themselves as engineers. And
to be the best teacher that I can be, or just in an education field in any capacity, I have to be really open and willing to think outside of my kind of like scientific mindset and kind of like the systematic ways that I think, because I know other kids aren't like that and they learn really differently too. I think I've learned so much more about teaching and school and students in general.
It just really blended so many of these NGSS standards into one activity. It was brilliant, and having this model for me and going through it, oh my gosh, I could do this. I got to keep those guided notes. Could I have a copy of those?
I felt really good about our lesson, and I was just so proud of all of our progress and what we had been able to do completely remotely, never meeting in person once.
So it was just a really stellar program in terms of just that connection, not only the curriculum, but beyond the curriculum, that connection between the students and the community was wonderful. They're gonna see these terrariums and think about them and remember this for many years to come, and it was just definitely a highlight for everyone involved.